Alright, so to take it ahead from the previous video which I created on S.P.JAINs, and I said that I'm going to talk to you guys about profiles in a different video altogether. Now what I want you guys to do is have a look at this profile. Okay, this is general management. Now as far as GenMan is concerned, GenMan is a jargon which is used in the B school, by the way, but trust me, if you're getting into any faculty B school, right, then you will not be getting general management profile. Now if you ask me that why general management profiles are so goddamn important, trust me guys, now looking at this era and looking at kind of the choices the students are making this time, I think general management profiles are going to be really in demand, because general management profiles are not monotonous. Okay, they are not monotonous, they are quite challenging, right? Involves a lot of traveling, involves a lot of brainstorming, and basic thing about GenMan is that you got to deal with the top management. Okay, now when I say the top management, it can be anything. It can be CXOs, or it can be the the regional head, or it can be say a country head, something like that. But yeah, GenMan profiles are quite in demand. Now as far as GenMan profiles are concerned, as I said, they are only available on the exclusive, rather in the exclusive colleges of this country. Okay, which is nothing but top 15 to 20 B schools of the country. Now again, this list may differ, right? But yeah, all the top-notch colleges in the country will give you GenMan profile. Now coming back to S.P.JAINs, like if you look at S.P.JAINs profile, what do you have in here? So you've got Mahindra and Mahindra, you've got Aditya Birla, you've got General Electric. This is what I'm going to talk about. You've got Reliance and TAS. Trust me, getting a job in TAS is a big deal, but once you get it, you're going to earn a lot of respect, plus you will be actually growing. Anyways, money and growth will come eventually, but yeah, it's a big deal, right? Because not everybody will get into these kind of things. Now let me give you an example of General Electrics. Okay, it's a Fortune 100 company. Okay, it's a Fortune 100 company in the world. Now how it works as far as GE is concerned. Okay, so GE will come on the campus, GE will give you a profile which is in the general management area. Now what GE does is, it gives you a profile which is called as International Leadership Management Program. Okay, now don't be afraid of saying that, okay, why program, because I've just done MBA. Now this works a little different. This is the early stage of leadership and management program conducted by GE. So how it works is, so you will be hired. So if this is the company, right? If this is the company, right? You will be hired at the center of the company. Now you are working out here. Now the other guys, the finance guys, the marketing guys, the ops guys, and the aviation staff, or whatever, like these guys are working in the different domains. But if you are somebody who's getting selected for ILMP program of GE, then you might want to consider yourself as lucky, because what ILMP does is basically you are somebody that GE wants to get into the top management. Now GE is hoping you to be a CXO in next 11 to 12 years, and that's what they're going to mentor you, that's for which they're going to nurture you. Okay, now these kind of profiles are pretty cool. Now you start with GE. Okay, so your first job is going to be as a project manager. Okay, you will be given a couple of choices. So you will be working with, say, GE Aviation, GE Capital Market, Financial Services, GE Healthcare, and whatever, like whatever domains are there as far as GE is concerned. Again, not very sure, but again this differs year on year. But let's say you're spending 2 years out here, spending 2 years out here, spending 2 years out here, spending 2 years out here. Now spent across around about 8 years out here. What you're trying to do is, you're trying to understand the GE business. Okay, you're trying to understand GE strategy. How does GE does a business? And if you are an MBA student, then you can understand me if I say a balanced scorecard. Okay, that's what you are trying to understand. Now what happens is, by the time 8 years are done, right, if you are in aviation, you'll be roam across the aviation offices of GE worldwide. Trust me, in 8 years you'll be roaming half the world, to be very honest. Now after 8 years, what you're gonna do is, you'll get to choose a segment that you want to work for. So you say that, what, I think I'm quite interested in finance, or I'm quite interested in aviation. Then you will be, after 8 years, working only and only for aviation. Now again, when you work for an aviation, what you need to understand is, you are going to increase the top line. You are actually responsible for the operations, you are responsible for the top line, you are responsible for the cost cutting, but you are responsible for the smoothness of the business, right? And then you will be observed like for next 3 to 4 years, and once you perform very well, once you prove the mettle of yours, right, you will be directly promoted on the CXO level out here. And that's where, if you read this line, right, these guys are entitled close to coordinate with the CXO. So your direct reporter is going to be the CIO, CFO, whatsoever. So if you spend nice 11 to 12 years performing very well, you can expect yourself to be CIO. So if somebody joins at 24, by the end of by the time that person becomes 36 or 37, yeah, he's actually in the top management of the company, which is G. That's like Fortune 100 company in the world, and that's amazing, isn't it? So yeah, that's the benefit that you guys get. Like when you are in this kind of colleges like S.P.JAIN, you get to, get into this profile, right? I have my students who have got into this profile. It's been 2 to 3 years. They've been doing fantastic. The feedback is pretty good, and they're actually enjoying their life. They're enjoying their work also, because this work is not monotonous. I mean, every work is monotonous, but this is more challenging. It's gonna keep you on your toes. Now, as far as consulting is concerned, okay, let's discuss consulting. So you can have a look at the consulting recruitments and the consulting companies which are coming on the campus for S.P.JAIN. So there is an increase of 30%. That's a nice number. So they're saying that 30% increment is there as far as the profiles are offered, and 35% of the batch has been placed in the field of consulting. Now, let me tell you, this is the main stuff of S.P.JAIN. Now, actually, as far as S.P.JAIN is concerned, consulting is the main domain, okay? This is the backbone of S.P.JAIN. I mean, that's what people say, right? And even if you look at the stats, and even if you look at the entire profiles offered, consulting, S.P.JAIN is known for consulting. So the way you are, like, have A, B, C, the way you have FMSs, right? S.P.JAIN is again the name that can be counted as far as consulting jobs are concerned. Pretty cool profiles, awesome packages, great designations, and a great career. Fair enough. Now, if you look at the consulting companies, you have all the top-notch companies in the world coming on the campus, which starts definitely from Boston Consulting, that's BCG, PwC, Deloitte, which is one of the big four, Accenture Technologies, KPMG, EY, IBM. I think what is missing is McKinsey. Maybe must have came, or like, but I don't see the name in the report actually. So I don't think that these guys are coming on the campus. But it doesn't matter. Like, even if you don't have the top-notch player from the industry, you do have the second best player, which is BCG. So if you look at the consulting profiles, are always going to be cool. So again, depending on your specialization, you're a marketing guy, you're a finance guy, or you're an operations guy, right? You will be working with these companies. Now, if you are in KPMG, or if you're in one of the big four, I'll just give you a quick example of, say, if you're working, you're an MBA finance, right? You're an MBA finance, you're working with big four companies, right? You might be working on, the consulting domain, but for any client, you might be working for a financial institution, you might be working for an investment banking. Now, again, here you can work on risk management. You might be working on accounting standards. You might be working on something called as financial management. You might be working on financial analysis. Okay, so these roles will differ. If you're a CA, definitely you have a good chance to kind of get into these areas. But trust me, as far as consulting domain is concerned, with Big Four, it's the real awesome thing. Okay, so yeah, like as people say that consulting is the best thing to do. So you get all these top-notch things. Now the benefit is that, again, in this profile, you'll be working with top management of a company, as for like, I mean, your clients' top management, right? So you'll be directly interacting with them. You'll be interacting with the the VPs and the VPs and plus, I would say. So again, it's a great exposure as far as consulting is concerned. A lot of traveling is involved. A lot of presentation skills are required out here, and you got to be really kick-ass as far as consulting is concerned. Anyway, let's move ahead and have a check on the other profiles. E-commerce, mostly every goddamn company which is ruling the market now, it's there. And again, it's kind of bifurcated in other profiles. So domains are like category management, product management, online, offline marketing, business process excellence. Like, you might get into business intelligence also, like, engineers can connect to me what I'm saying. Operations. So again, it's a good thing, right? As far as profile wise is concerned, something which is not cliche, something which is not a regular, right? And that's what is coming on your way. I think that's a nice thing. Finance. Wow. Okay, let's have a look at finance. What's in there? Okay, Goldman Sachs. Okay, the top-notch company, by the way. But again, finance, I don't think it's that bad. Yeah, you have good companies. You've got good names coming here, and 14% of the batch is been placed. As far as your finance is concerned, let's have a look at how much is in the e-commerce. One second. Okay, e-commerce. Okay, there is a little problem. It's 12%. That's a okay number. Consulting is 35%. That's the bigger one till now. So yeah, you have good companies here coming on the campus. So yes, so corporate and retail banking you are into, equity research you are into, NBFC rules. Okay, now what I like about here is which is mentioned out here. Okay, out here, that's corporate finance strategy. Okay, now this kind of a jobs are like pretty cool, very challenging. So you have to help your client on financial statement, on financial strategy, financial markets, what is the condition of the market currently. So there is a lot of things that's involved in here. So if you're a corporate banker, you will have your day, you'll start your day with a team meeting. You'll go ahead with the team meeting, right? You will go through the PowerPoint presentations, right? You will be actually talking to your managers, getting the reports from them. A lot of client calls, a lot of client meetings as such, traveling. And again, you got to crunch the numbers at the end of the day. You got to play with the Excel spreadsheet, right? You got to be well dressed. You got to be properly, mentored. You got to be properly, having that kind of a communication skill set. A good presentation, a lot of etiquettes. You got to be so fucking sophisticated if you're into the corporate banking kind of an area. As far as retail banking is concerned, I don't think what exactly they're offering in retail banking, but trust me, this is going to be like a minute part of the profile that has been offered on the S.P.JAIN campus. But trust me, if you're somebody who wants to get into finance, investment banking, financial consulting, or corporate banking, is going to be real awesome rules for you guys. Okay. Now, IT and ITES. Nothing much to talk about it. You can have a look at the the companies that are coming on the campus, and you can understand what kind of profiles have been given to the students. Okay, marketing and operations. Okay, fair enough. That's FMCG. 23% of the guys out here. Okay, that's nice. But again, below your consulting domain, and I think you have every big company's name on the slide. Asian Paints. Okay, Asian Paints. Look at Asian Paints. Yeah. Let's take an Asian Paints example. Now, don't want to demean anybody out here, but if you look at Asian Paints comes on a college called as SIES. It's a new Mumbai-based college. This is the only company that pays the topmost package. That's 12 lakhs. Okay, so you get to earn 12 lakhs in a marketing domain, but your most of the job is going to be field work. The same company coming on the campus as far as S.P.JAIN is concerned and paying you more than 20 to 22 lakhs, and definitely your job is going to be way higher the hierarchy compared to the other colleges. Now, trust me guys, it's not an apple to apple comparison when I'm comparing S.P.JAIN and SIS, but what I'm trying to tell you is that when you look at these companies, sometimes you get flabbergasted saying that, oh, Asian Paints is coming on S.P.JAIN, oh, SIS also has Asian Paints coming on campus. तो यार अगर मेरा S.P.JAIN नहीं हुआ तो क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Asian Paints तो SIS में भी आता है, but यार बहुत ज़्यादा फर्क पड़ेगा, ज़मीन आसमान का फर्क पड़ेगा. So that's one. When you look at this kind of the recruitment list or the recruiters list, don't get so overwhelmed saying that अरे सेम कंपनी आई में भी आता है, सेम कंपनी जेबी में भी आता है, सेम कंपनी एसआईएस और दालमी में भी आता है. जमीन आसमान का फर्क होता है. जहां तक प्रोफाइल की बात है, मैं ये बहुत सारी चीजें मेरे क्लासरूम के बच्चों के साथ शेयर करता हूं पुणे में. यू विल गेट टू नो इफ यू आर देयर, लाइक इफ यू ज्वाइन मी. ये सब चीजें पूरी तरह से आप जान के आप इंटरव्यू को जाओगे. सो यू विल बी लाइक very much ready before you get into your B school. Trust me, before you get into B school, you will be knowing a lot than the other people out there. So you'll be ahead of your peer group. Anyway, so again, marketing and operations, I think it's a fair deal. It has good companies coming on the campus. Now, this is what I wanted to tell you guys. So to brief you guys in a nutshell, so you are not getting monotonous job. Okay, you are getting some challenging jobs. You are getting some unique profiles coming on the campus. You're working with the top-notch companies in the world. You will be actually reporting to the top management, or you'll be reporting to the lower top managements, and that's where you can see yourself if you're from S.P.JAIN. Okay, so that's the advantage. That's the power of brand, guys, right? So this is where your brands come, your brand of college comes into picture. Now, I always tell you guys that brand is so fucking important that you cannot neglect it, ignore it. Okay, MBA हर कोई करता है यार, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. इंडिया में एक प्रॉब्लम है कि MBA कॉलेज, MBA का जो वैल्यू है, जो 3 जो अल्फाबेट्स है, इसका वैल्यू इसके खुद से नहीं आता, इसका वैल्यू आता है कॉलेज से. यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? वैसे तो MBA का क्या, किसी भी चीज को आप पकड़ लो, इंजीनियरिंग को पकड़ लो, आप कॉमर्स को पकड़ लो, जितना बड़ा कॉलेज उतनी उसकी डिग्री की वैल्यू ज्यादा होती है. So anyway, I hope you understood what I'm saying. I hope you liked this video. Now, if you have any doubts as far as profiles are concerned, if you have any concerns about it, or if you have any, if you want to know anything about CAT, CD, any goddamn thing, a free mentorship is available. You can get in touch with me on my Facebook page. You can WhatsApp me or message me, and do subscribe to my channel so that I can keep on posting such kind of videos in future. If you have any doubt, you can post in the comment section of the video, and I hope you aim for top 15 B schools in India. Thank you so much for your time, guys.